There's a moment in your life no one prepares you for. It doesn't come when you fail. It doesn't come when you get rejected. It doesn't even come when you lose someone you love. It comes on a random day while you're doing something completely useless, like opening your fridge for the fifth time, as if a new life will magically appear inside. And then the thought hits you. If I disappeared today, how long would it take before anyone noticed? Not liked your post. Not reacted with a fire emoji. Not sent, "Hey stranger," after a few months of silence. I mean, actually noticed. And the uncomfortable part is, you already know the answer. You'd get a few messages at first. "Hey, you good?" Then silence. A week later, nothing. A month later, life goes on. Your spot gets filled. Your name gets mentioned less. Your existence slowly fades into, "Oh yeah, I remember them." And that realization, it's brutal. But also kind of funny, because your brain has been lying to you this whole time. We grow up believing we matter more than we actually do, that people are watching, observing, judging every move. Meanwhile, most people can't even remember where they kept their keys 5 minutes ago. You think they're analyzing your life? Please, the same person you think is judging you just posted "Happy birthday" to myself 3 times, hoping someone notices. Everyone is too busy being insecure to focus on you. That friend you think is thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves and maybe what to eat later. That person you're trying to impress, they're checking who viewed their story. That crowd you're afraid of, half of them are wondering if their outfit looks weird. The other half is wondering if they look weird. Nobody's thinking about you as much as you think, and honestly, that's insulting at first. You're like, wait, so all my overthinking, all my stress, all my "what will they think about me" moments were for people who didn't even notice? Exactly. You've been performing, giving an Oscar-worthy performance for an audience that didn't even show up. No tickets, no seats, no claps, just you on stage, panicking for no reason, and then it hits you. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet, cold, embarrassingly obvious. No one actually cares about you. Not in the deep movie level way you imagined. Not in the "everyone is watching my journey" way. And something inside you breaks, but not in a tragic way. More like, "Oh, so I've been stressing for nothing." Because think about it. That embarrassing thing you did 3 years ago, you remember it like it just happened. You replay it at 2 a.m. You cringe. You want to fight your past self. Meanwhile, the people who were there, they forgot the next day. Some of them didn't even notice in the first place. You've been carrying emotional weight for an event that expired in other people's minds years ago. That's not deep. That's unnecessary suffering. And this is where everything starts to shift. Because if no one cares, why are you so scared? Why are you holding back? Why are you editing yourself? Why are you over explaining simple things like you're defending a court case? Who are you trying to impress? Be honest. Because most of the time, you don't even like the people you're trying to impress. That's the funniest part. You're out here trying to look good for people you wouldn't even take advice from. Make it make sense. You silenced yourself, shrunk yourself, overthought every little move for people who were too busy thinking about themselves. You weren't being judged. You were being ignored. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's also freeing because the moment you accept it, everything changes. If no one cares, there's no one to impress. If no one cares, there's no image to protect. If no one cares, you can finally relax. You can try things, mess up, look stupid, start again. And guess what? Nobody's keeping score. There's no secret committee discussing your life decisions. No group chat analyzing your every move. At most, you'll be a 2-minute conversation. Did you see what they did? Yeah. Anyway, and that's it. That's the level of attention you've been afraid of. 2 minutes. Freedom doesn't come from people supporting you. It comes from realizing their opinion was never holding you back. Your fear of it was. Here's something even more uncomfortable. The people you're trying so hard to prove yourself to would replace you in their life faster than you think. Not because they're evil, but because life keeps moving. People adapt, they adjust, they move on. You would too. Let's be honest. If someone disappears from your life, you'd miss them. Sure. But eventually, you'd continue. That's not cruelty, that's survival. And once you accept that, you stop begging for attention. You stop chasing validation. You stop explaining yourself like you owe the world a presentation. You become detached, not cold, not heartless, just peaceful. You realize something most people spend their whole lives avoiding. You were alone the whole time, not in a sad way, in a real way. And once you accept that, you stop waiting. You stop waiting for permission, for approval, for the right moment. Because the truth is, no one is coming to tell you it's your turn. So now the question becomes, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to keep playing small for an audience that doesn't exist? Or are you finally going to live like no one is watching? Because they're not. And that's not depressing, that's power. This is where people split. Some hear, no one cares, and they become bitter, angry, closed off, posting quotes like, trust no one, every 2 hours. Others hear it, and they become free. They try things without overthinking. They speak without filtering every word. They stop caring about looking perfect. They start living messy, real, unapologetic lives. Because once you remove the illusion, you see the truth clearly. You were never trapped by people. You were trapped by the idea of them. So yes, the day you realize no one cares about you, something inside you dies. But something else is born. Something lighter, something sharper, something a little unbothered. A version of you that no longer needs permission to exist. And honestly, that version sleeps better. Subscribe for more uncomfortable truths like this. Like the video if you actually agree. Not just nod silently and move on. Share this with someone who still thinks everyone is watching them. And leave a comment. I'll be seeing you soon.